Good morning.
I hate that countdown. Sorry, man.
Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Welcome back. We are joined by Adam from Football with Brownie. But just before we come to him, please see the video here on Canning Town Lane. Canning Town Lane is your best place to buy custom portraits that you can buy on the internet. Canning Town Lane does animated portraits like this one he did for me up here. They're absolutely fantastic and I couldn't recommend them enough. So just some ones that he did for me. I've got this one here outside the London Stadium. I mean, it looks just like me, really. The best possible kind of animated portrait, kind of animated cartoon kind of picture I could hope for, really. They're absolutely amazing and they are so realistic, look exactly like me, and they are very good to buy. So make sure you do click the link in the description down below to buy a portrait from Canning Town Lane. I'd highly recommend them. Click the link in the description down below. He does animated portraits, non-West Ham related, West Ham related, lots of different backgrounds, any shirt, any background. You can basically customize it to your absolute kind of needs and what you exactly want. So click the link in the description down below to check out Canning Town Lane. Come on, your irons. That's it. There we go. It's up. Oh, it's up there. See, it's up there.
There's my little. I know. Hey, good on you. Good on you. The channel going well.
Thank you. Steve's in the chat. Is Brownie late as always? No, we're just on time. How are you though?
Yeah, I'm good. My team Cardiff had a derby yesterday against Bristol City, and I'm shocked. We played really, really well. We had a win finally, and I'm shocked. We're looking up the table now rather than down and worrying. How about yourself? What happened with that sending off?
I was going to talk about this. So I thought yesterday we played poorly. We played absolutely poorly yesterday. But then this could define our season if this doesn't get overturned. Thomas Souček got sent off in the 97th minute. Now, the problem I've got with this is it is that I've done a video on it. It was the Mike Dean show. Of course it was. Here we go. That we'll talk about him in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk about him in a minute. And for me, I don't know whether you've seen it, but honestly, I've got no words. I'm absolutely fuming. Last night, I mean, everywhere blew up. I mean, it was a bad decision when Jamie Carragher comes out and says it was a bad decision.
But everybody come out, and I don't know. VAR is not working, is it? VAR isn't working. I think if we all had a choice now, going back to when we would all argue after the game whether a decision was for or against, we'd go back to that.
Yeah.
We've tried VAR. It's failed, in my opinion. Let's just, go back to...
But the thing is, it's kind of... England is the only country it's failed in, pretty much, and it is just laughable, really. And I think with the Souček incident yesterday, I mean, we all get decisions go against us, but there's no excuse with VAR in place. So Souček, let me get at that. Souček, all it was he lifted his kind of finger to get it out the way, ready for the free kick to come in. And he went like that.
The striker, Mitrovic, was pulling on his...
Yeah. So Mr. Mitrovic was pulling on his shirt and he was just trying to get it out the way. It's not like he went like that or he went like that.
No.
It was... and then for Lee Mason to go over to the monitor, I thought, as soon as he went over to the monitor, I thought, oh my God, Mike Dean, you know what's going to happen. Mike Dean, he wants the headlines, and of course he had to go like that, and he sent Souček off. And if this doesn't get overturned, I think this could be a very, very bad.
Well, why are we only seeing that one camera angle?
See, that brings up a point of when West Ham played Man United a couple of months ago, where they didn't have it on VAR when De Gea kicked it and the ball went about 3 meters out of play and come back in.
I remember that.
It's not working. I mean, they won't get rid of it because they've.
No.
They can't. But it's just if that doesn't get overturned, I don't know what football's coming to. And it got as bad as Specsavers tweeting out yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. It was funny. That was funny. But Mike Dean, he is the type of character. It's all about himself, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's too much now. It's too much now. But hey, at the end of the day, you had a point away from home. It could have been worse.
It could have been, yeah.
And let's hope that they overturn a decision.
Yeah, because I think even Alexandra Mitrovic, he thought he's come out and said that it wasn't a red card, and it's just if it doesn't get overturned, honestly, I give up. But Joe says couldn't watch the game yesterday, Jake, so I'm counting on you for some precious information. This is the precious information. We played awful, and then Mike Dean did what Mike Dean does best, caught the headlines, and with a appalling. To be fair, I'm sure you've seen it all over social media. Steve says, Brownie doesn't need to worry about VAR. Don't have it in League One. I'll tell you what, we'll come on to that.
No comment.
Kent says, snowing here in Kent today. Whoa, very cool. Very good, Kent. It's never a red card. The on-field ref should be limited to how many times he should look at the incident, and they should have to watch it at full speed. And because everything looks worse in slow motion. But for him to go over there and look at it, he was over there for 1 to 2 minutes, looking at it about 20 to 30 times. I think that it really. He would have knew if it was a red card after 1 or 2 times of looking at it. But
I also think as well, I know people are focusing on rugby and how they do it, but I also think maybe look at tennis, okay? Because in tennis, you have 3 challenge opportunities. So, after you say, ref, look, we want to challenge this decision, but you can only do it 3 times, each match. So at least it puts more responsibility then back onto the referee, and I think it would help the game flow a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think.
Steve says, Fulham went like that. Yeah, he did. He did. I mean, he must have touched him, just skimmed him like that, and of course he was down. Marcus is saying, morning all, still steaming over the red card last night. Agree with you, but if we go back to no VAR, we'd have the likes of players will go offside like Milner and goals given. Yeah, I mean, I think VAR was the right thing to bring in, but it hasn't been implemented correctly. We can all sit here and say it all week, all day, can't we? But it's just.
Well, when I was playing football, I know I'm 42 now. So you're looking at 20 years ago. I'm sure the offside rule was a player's body, not a player's leg or an arm or an elbow being offside. The actual body had to be offside. So surely if it went back to that rule, because people have got longer arms than other people, if you went back to that rule and then look, the body has to be offside, and surely that could improve things on VAR's offside decisions.
Yeah. WP says it's a card for intent, not contact, not short. Now, personally, I'd love it to be overturned, but I can't see it getting overturned. I mean, it should be. Everybody's saying it should be, but I don't know. Cheers, thanks for the red card incident. No worries. Stell's in the house. Good morning, Stell. We know your thoughts about red card decision yesterday. Kira says, good day, young Jake, Brownie, and greetings to chat. Yeah, morning. What's the weather like? What's the weather like? Here we go. 38 degrees here today. Too hot. Well, yeah, it's a bit fresh out this morning, I've got to say.
Yeah, 12 degrees here. 12 degrees here in Marbella. not as bad. Anything under 20, and I'm feeling it now. I'm getting scarves out and everything.
And Marcus says, I agree with Jake. Everything looks worse in slow motion, and I think they shouldn't be able to look at it in slow motion. They should be watching it in full time, as the on-field kind of everybody sees it at home. WP morning, mate. There was no intent, completely no intent. huge shout out to Brownie's video. Yeah, about 9,000 views this week. That video lit up, didn't it?
No comment. Yeah. And I don't know if you finding it, Jake, but the more like content I'm putting in the video, it's not getting as many views as I'm doing with just me talking to a camera.
Yeah.
And it's kind of frustrating, but I love doing it. I love doing YouTube, and I'd love it to be a full-time thing.
Yeah. There'll be in peace this morning still. Yes, I agree 100%. It is possible to prove one way and the other. And yeah, I agree with what Stel said there, but the red card doesn't take away from the fact that we were poor against Fulham. Yes, we were. We were awful. That's the worst I've seen us this season, I thought, because with West Ham, it's kind of we've done superbly this season, and it was just out of the blue what Moyes did. We will get on to Cardiff in a minute, but let's just finish off on these comments. I missed to start the show. So you support what team do you support, Adam?
Oh, I don't. You tell me. No. Cardiff City. Been a Cardiff City supporter since the mid-80s, really.
Yes, we were woeful. Watch my show tonight, WMP. I have some very interesting stats on messaging. Stel, we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to that, Stel. Don't worry. Here we go. Stel loves Masuaku. Yeah, come on. A month of Masuaku's coming back, Stel. What else have we got here? Kieran says, you must have been in this heat a few times, Stel. Good morning, evening.
I'm enjoying your chat, Jake. I'm enjoying your chat. It's funny.
Oh, very good. Neil over in Australia. I don't know whether it's morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, but hello to you, mate. Credit where credit's due. Fulham played like a team fighting for survival against a side sitting fifth. And if that was us in seasons past, we would have been happy with a draw and felt unlucky not to win. Yeah, I agree with that. They were up for it more. They just wanted it more, I thought.
Do you think, Jake, even I know as a non-West Ham fan that you really haven't got strength in numbers. It's a very thin squad. Do you think now with all the games being crammed together, could it now start affecting?
I think it will.
The results, and yesterday being, evidence of that maybe?
To be fair, I think it could be because, we can't... I think Rice and obviously Souček got sent off, but I thought Souček looked quite slow yesterday. Yeah. But you can't kind of slate Rice and Souček because they played...
No, but you can't play them in every single game either, can you?
Yeah, but I think that we can't slate them because they have played pretty much every single minute of every single game since September, and these games haven't been once a week; they've been twice, three times a week. And to ask Rice and Souček to be the rock in the midfield pretty much every 3 days it is at the moment, and to not have a backup there. We all know Mark Noble, we love him, West Ham fans, but he's no Rice, he's no Souček, he's no big rock we have in the midfield. And I think if this doesn't get overturned, this could define our season quite badly, I think, because I just feel losing Souček in there now. There's people saying that we could put what Liverpool were doing, they put a midfielder into defence, perhaps put a defender into midfield. Because I think we've got Man United on Tuesday night. That's a big game in the FA Cup. I think it is massive in our season, I think. And if we play Noble, I love him, but I think we're going to get absolutely smashed if we play.
What defender then? What defender? What Diop in the middle?
People were saying Diop. So put Diop next to Rice. But yeah, I think we can't play Noble in midfield because the game will just bypass him completely. But let's move on then. Kev says, go on.
No, go on.
Okay.
I'm reading Kent.
Kent says, I hope it's overturned, but can't see FA going against Mike Dean and Mason twice in 1 week. No, neither can I.
I know. That is a problem for West Ham. The FA do kind of protect their own.
Yeah.
Oh, leave it out, Steve. Leave it out. No.
Stell says, Kieran, mate, I love the hot weather. Well, yeah, well, you've got plenty of hot weather up in London, I'm sure, Stell. Jawar says, were the players tired? Yes, they were. They looked very tired yesterday. Lingard looked tired as well, playing for the playing twice in 3 days, even though he hadn't played proper football for a year.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There's a difference between being fit and being match fit, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't make me start on maths because Stelly's coming back. He started jogging. He's going to come back. Oh, I can't wait for the watch-alongs for that. Here we go. Yes, King Arthur. I can't wait to see the watch-alongs. Good point, Brownie. Definitely strength in defence and attacking midfield. Yeah, we've got enough attacking midfielders. We've got too many attacking midfielders, but they're leaving our striker position and leaving our central midfield very vulnerable. Yeah, here we go, Steph. But lacking in other areas. Yeah.
I mean, the games are crammed together in the Premier League. It's like the Championship season, because there's more teams in the Championship, and we always do, midweek Saturday. But I'm thinking back now, and we have probably, Cardiff have probably got more men to rely on than West Ham have. The striker position is also very worrying for West Ham as well.
Yeah. Well, people have been saying, it was a good transfer window. We brung in Lingard, but I still think it was not a very good transfer window because it was awful yesterday because Antonio did go off with a little niggle in his hamstring. The only positive that I'm taking out of that is he didn't fall to the floor straight away and say, I'm coming off now. He did stay on a bit longer. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. But I think hopefully it's not as bad as it's been before, a month out. Because if we lose if we lose Souček for 3 games and then we lose Antonio for a month, pretty much I think, where's the goals coming from? Dawson's where's the goals coming from?
Yeah,
Dawson is where the goals coming from because because our midfield don't score goals. I haven't seen Bowen, Fornals, and Benrahma. They haven't been they haven't been getting on the score sheet much, and we need them to get on the score sheet because our central defensive midfielder, has scored 8 goals this season, and he scored most of our goals. And credit to Craig Dawson as well. Where is he? Can we find him? Where is he? Oh no, I've lost him. No, I haven't. Here he is. Here he is.
I got them both in my fantasy team, so I have been following. But okay, Jake, if Antonio was out for a while, who would you play? Yarmolenko?
I think he will play Yarmolenko, but I prefer to see Odubeka, who's an out-and-out striker. He's a young under-23s. He's lighting up the under-23s. The under-23s lost 6-1 to Brighton on Friday, and he got the goal. He's scoring goals a lot, and he's a very big prospect. And I think personally, I think he'll play Yarmolenko, but
we know what Moyes is like. Moyes he relies on experience, and I don't think he'll have the balls to give a youngster a chance.
Mm-hmm. Stell says, I think they have no choice but to overturn it. Yeah, but will it still up and right? We've got an update on the time. It's Saturday night. It's 9:45 on Sunday night here. Well, good evening to you then.
Whereabouts in Australia, Neil? I used to live in Sydney.
South. I think he's in South Australia. He'll confirm it. South Australia. When is the decision if it's overturned? I think they can when the next when they next meet or whenever. I don't know whether that's Monday or not. Or Rachel, I believe the FA are sitting tomorrow, Monday. So let's hope that they've got a bit of sense and they've got their thinking caps on and they overturn it.
I think the outcry, if they don't overturn it, I think the outcry will be crazy.
The backlash would be absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
It would be. Kieran says, there is not one player who wouldn't laugh at the sending off. Right, Neil says, I was surprised Lingard played 90 minutes against Villa, but I think he was running on adrenaline. Then as he was puffing heavily after 10 minutes tonight for you, honestly, the times. We've got people we've got people in Canada, Australia. Darren's here. Darren's here. I think, Darren, you're in, are you in Indonesia. Are you? Update me, Darren. You're somewhere. I know. But I'm surprised he wasn't replaced with Fornals. Yeah, the subs made last night. Noble came on 55 minutes, and they didn't bring Fornals on, which I thought was strange because yet again the game bypassed Noble.
David Moyes is very similar to McCarthy, an old no, regarding substitutions.
Yeah,
an old, old-fashioned manager regarding substitutions. I have my criticism with McCarthy, and you guys I know have with Moyes. Sometimes you just need to admit that you may have the starting 11 wrong and change it within the first 25 minutes, to basically restart the game. When you leave it to 60, 70 minutes, it's going to be hard for new guys coming on just to get into the game. You know?
Yeah. Kent says, if we continue with the back four, Arthur's days are numbered at West Ham. Yeah, they are. I think that he possibly will go back to a back five, just to give that cover there. But Jabbar says, it has to be overturned. The ref is a complete joke. Unfortunately, it might be very damaging for the next coming games. It could be. Josh says, good morning, Josh, mate. The league is going downhill, and the refereeing is going downhill. That's for sure.
I think the game as a whole is going downhill. Some things are so frustrating at the moment.
Yeah. Oh God. Kieran says, you done double English and you said Brunk. I apologise to all of you that were offended because I said Brunk. Yeah, double English is on Monday and on Fridays, an absolute killer. You'll know if you watch Russ's show at lunchtime that's awful. Kieran, Kent says, I'd play Jesse Lingard as a false nine if Antonio out after Man U game. Yeah, see, there's lots of different ways that he could do it. Rural South.
How about what's his name? Bowen. Would you play him as a lone striker?
Oh, because I think on the right, I mean, he is having a little bit of an off period. I love the man, but I think we will just miss that work rate from the defensive side of him. I think because putting him up front, I think that leaves our right hand side vulnerable. For me, Darren's in Thailand. So we've got viewers today in Australia, South Australia, Thailand, London. We are everywhere. Kent, we're everywhere. Stella says, "I'm Brownie, mate. I was interested to hear about the channel you run. Did you say that adding images, etc., helps to hinder viewers?" I just caught the tail end of that comment as I was just logging on.
I don't know. Unfortunately, Jake, I think you would back me up here. A lot of it is clickbait, isn't it?
Yeah.
What I meant, Stell, was basically. Videos I do, I try to involve all football fans of all different teams, and I'm just finding that the more popular videos are basically me talking to a camera rather than me, adding bits here, there, and everywhere. Adding action really, and it can take me hours because I'm so amateurish. It can take me hours to get, get a good clip video, 5-10 minutes, and yet the numbers are low. But when I'm just talking to the camera, the numbers are high. It must be because people laugh at me because of the way I talk. I'm sure it is.
Also, Joe was in France. So we're in France, London. I'm down in Somerset. You're in Spain.
Yeah.
Adam, we are worldwide.
I know, and it just shows how good or how popular your channel is getting, Jake.
Thank you very much. Darren says, a man of Kent. But if that was Happy New Year. Stell says, if it's clickbait, I'll stick to that. Yeah, come on, Stell, stick to your clickbait. Come on. It's all about a good-looking host. Oh dear.
Hey. No. I need a shave. I do apologize. Your dad got me up early this morning.
Oh dear. Kent says hundreds upon thousands of kids of young players are released every year. Can't the PFA and FA get together, fast track this boys into referring in the league? Yeah, definitely.
I've always been a supporter of players who have retired to go refereeing because they know what is they know a mindset of a player. They can tell whether a player is wanted to kill another player with a two-footed shot or whether it's just a mistake, late or something. I just think it's a conscious thing in a player's mind that, and if you can dig into that with ex-players going in as referees, then I think it will benefit the game. But then on the flip side of that, I think if an ex-player went into a media, then they'd get paid more than what they would if he went into refereeing.
Yeah. Here we go. Jake is lucky with his dad. Yeah, all right. Who could do a good one football ad still? Best one football ad ever.
I do laugh at that one as well. I do laugh at that one when I see it.
Still was kidnapped. Right, so let's get on to talking a little bit about Cardiff then, Adam.
Yeah.
So you played Bristol City yesterday, a win on the board. What's your thoughts about that? I mean, I watched a bit of your watch along, and you looked a bit surprised.
I know I was, and I'm still in shock. Completely wasn't expected. We haven't had a win now since November. And I was trying to dig where the hell the next win was going to come from. We've had 2 draws previously, on both games, defensive errors on both occasions. So before yesterday's game, I thought, because of the defense, we're going to be leaking goals until the end of the season. But yesterday, the defense was a solid unit, and that allowed then the midfield to get more attacking, and we actually overrun Bristol City. Absolutely overrun them. I've been very critical of the appointment of Mick McCarthy, as you know. I even got my Mick McCarthy cap on. But I have to hold my hands up, eat a lot of humble pie today, and applaud Mick McCarthy and the boys. I haven't seen a performance like that since Neil Warnock days. I can assure you that.
Interesting. Stell says Cardiff is a great away day, and the last time we drew you in as away day, it was awful. I think we lost 2-0. Was it 2018? We went all the way down to Wales, and we were absolutely awful. You beat us 2-0, and we were awful.
It is a great city. I'm over here now because of my divorce, but when I go back, I absolutely love the city. It's a great, enjoyable city, and fans who go there should spend a weekend there and just take in the game on the Saturday and just enjoy the fruits of the city. It's a great place.
Yeah. Dad wants the Yorkshire accent.
I can't do it. Hey up, Mick McCarthy, yeah. 2 things I love: long ball and gravy. I can't do it. I am trying.
Kieran says only got to Swansea still. They
no comment. I'm not mentioning Swansea. I'm not mentioning Swansea. This is an under-18 show.
Robert says good morning everyone, hope you've all had a great day except Mike Dean and Lee Mason. I hope they got home. Okay, moving on. Ken says did Aidan Flint play via his old club yesterday? He's a proper Mick McCarthy type player.
I know he is a Mick McCarthy type player. He was really criticised for the first 2 games under McCarthy. On the first game against Barnsley, he marked another player with that player's marker. So 2 players. Anyway, it was his fault for Barnsley's first goal, and then he scored an own goal then last week. And I thought, what the hell? But he played really well yesterday. And
Good.
about time.
Darren says, Brownie, your thoughts on pie and mash? I'll tell you what, we're turning it into Russ's show here, talking all about food. Brownie, what's your thoughts on pie and mash before we move on?
Well, hey, come on. I love my pies, I'll be honest with you.
What's this? Neil says, does it rain in Cardiff still? When was the last time we actually played a game when it wasn't? Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Wales as a whole, constant rain.
Yorkshire FC, everybody's loving the Yorkshire accent.
I know. I know. No comment. I got a funny feeling Mick McCarthy's going to respond to the Yorkshire accent one of these days in one of his interviews, I think.
Steve says, Swansea, Wales' #1 club, look like back in the Premier League next season. Thoughts on that, Adam?
I really hope they don't. They beat Norwich the other day, and Ben Rama didn't play for Norwich because he's suspended. And it just shows that, without Ben Rama, Norwich ain't as strong as people have thought. I'm really hoping Swansea don't get... I want Norwich and Brentford to go up. I think they both deserve it as well, if I'm honest with you. Not just for this season, but previous. But fingers crossed.
It either rains or snow now. Cheers, Stel, for coming on. Greatly appreciated. So now I'm going to give you 1 minute, despite the game yesterday, 1 minute to talk about your favourite man on earth, Mick McCarthy. Go.
No, he's a dinosaur, but to me, he's turning into a lovable dinosaur if we have performances like that for the rest of the season. It's a derby. Jake, you know what derbies are like. I hope that they can take derby performance yesterday onto a normal league game, I really hope it can progress now after yesterday's performance because they played really, really well. Fair play. I hold my hands up. Well done, Mick McCarthy. Hey up.
Oh dear. See, that was not what you would have said when he joined. I tell you that, I watched your video.
I know. Two things I love: long ball and gravy.
Kieran says you have a great Welsh accent, Brownie. I'd leave it at that. There you go. Big up, Jake and Brownie. What part of Spain do you live in?
Marbella.
Lovely.
Been here now 4 years.
Steve says, Cardiff,
here
innit?
we go.
We'll leave that there.
You know more than me, Steve. You know more than me.
Right, so just before we wrap this up, just a comment on this. So your home kit changed. It was always blue, and
this is a setup question now, Jake. It was a setup question. Go on.
It had always been blue, but then it changed to red. Did you prefer that? And did you ever buy the kit when it was red?
I haven't been back at Cardiff since they turned red. I was a season ticket holder for 13 years, and I haven't been back. And I wouldn't go back until the owner finally goes. I know he turned it back to blue, but he damaged the fan base so much by doing that kit change because a lot of the younger generation just wanted Premier League football. So he said, okay, I turn it red, I'll plough millions into the club, which, he did. But to me, a lot of people sold out. They sold the soul of the club. And I would not go back until he is gone. And that's always been my stance ever since we turned red.
Yeah. Kent says Conor Hourihane is signing for Swansea. They got some good players and their timing that run well.
They have always had a good team ethic. And, you can have all individual players as much as possible, but if they don't play as a team, then you'll never get the results. And Swansea have always had that. They can pick up bargain basement players because they've never really had the money. But for some reason, they always gel as a team. And it's so bloody frustrating.
Yeah. So just to finish off then, my uncle's a traffic cop and he said that once
Go on.
once he had to stop a Welshman throwing once he had to stop a Welshman throwing computers out of a van. When I told him Adam Brown was coming on the show, he asked if you had anything to do with it, Adam Brown.
Tell Steve D. Tell Steve D that keep his mouth shut on that one. Yeah, I tell you what. I knew it'd be a setup. I knew this interview would be a setup, but I'm enjoying it.
Swansea got money. Vincent Tan skin. Oh
No,
dear.
I know. No comment. Yeah, he's absolutely correct at the moment. But he winds me up. It's too early in the morning for Steve.
Fair play, Brownie. I would be the same. Yeah. And what time is it over in Marbella?
Yeah, we're on our head, so it's 12:30.
Time for some pie and mash and gravy.
Oh,
and long ball.
Hey up. Yeah, definitely.
And some long ball football to go with it as well.
I know.
What more could you want? Kent says Swansea have a philosophy and each manager sticks to the same.
I agree, Kent. I absolutely agree. And it's so frustrating because we normally have a bigger money pot than Swansea, but they always make it work for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. So I think that's it. Anything you want to talk about before we go, Adam?
No. I just want to, give you support, and we support each other, Jake, don't we? You come into my chat as well. I'll have you on next week, maybe. Or depends, if you're busy or not. And both our channels are going in the right direction.
Yeah, see, and I'm sure Steve enjoyed it this morning. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to West Ham Official if you want to. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are on 619, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Check out Canning Town Lane using the link in the description down below. Let's read out some names before we go. Thank you very much to Kent, Steve, Kieran, Stell for coming on earlier, WMP, Jawar, thanks for coming on, Darren as well. Thank you all very much for coming on. It's been a great chat. Oh God, here we go. Jake, get him to sing Land of Our Fathers. Got to be better than Frankel. Yeah, so me and this West Ham fan called Alan Frankel, we have this.
Do these people know I got a speech impediment, for heaven's sake? I will say before I go, hey up to everybody and have your chips and gravy.
Cheers, Jake. You got a little genius. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. From me and Adam, come on, you irons, and goodbye.
Come on, Bluebirds.